Hello and welcome back to Talk of the Tynesiders. Today I'm joined by Gateshead midfielder and academy graduate Connor Pani. Connor, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. So firstly, Connor, you broke into the first team setup and squad just this season, having been at Gateshead Academy. So what was it like to receive your first professional contract?
It's a feeling I've never felt before. Obviously, it's my first professional contract. I didn't think it would come so early. I feel like I have worked for it, so I just need to make sure I keep it. But it's a feeling that I never thought I'd get. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and so obviously you'd spent some time at the academy before that as well. So what was it like coming through the Gateshead Academy before you made it into the first team?
Also, that was outstanding. Obviously, the push through from the coaches with the lads. Obviously, the confidence boost they give us, just going through training every day for them, and then obviously seeing how far it can get, and it's obviously paid off. But yeah, it's been amazing. I kind of thank them enough for the opportunities I've been given, even in them few games I played before signing the contract, obviously.
Yeah, you played a few games in pre-season, of course, for Gateshead in the first team. And so what was it like when you were sort of coming around the dressing room and started getting to know the first team players?
It was nerve-wracking. Obviously, being with the lads, it's obviously being a pro club. It's, being only 17 with the lads that are that standard, But it took 2 seconds to settle in. The lads welcomed us in. Obviously, the first Hebben game, I walked into the change rooms, obviously nervous, first time playing, but then I spoke to each one of the lads and obviously they brought us in comfortably, told us what I need to do, told us to be how I am, just to play how I always do, and I'd be sorted, and then yeah.
Yeah, very good. And so what's it like to work under Mike and Busted as well? What's their ethos like in the change room, and what's the atmosphere like?
Well, an atmosphere it's outstanding. It's obviously they're expecting 100% every day, which is the best thing to do. Keeps your fitness up, keeps you working, keeps your brain working. But even just playing under them, it's I can't explain the feeling. It's just outstanding. Just obviously having them as coaches. They're both amazing coaches, and they just welcomed us in as well straight away from the start.
Yeah. Now, but before we get onto your first team debut this weekend, of course, last week you were playing back in the youth team and the under 18s in the FA Youth Cup against Spennymoor. So tell me a bit about the match. Of course, you went 1-0 down, but then you yourself managed to get the equaliser. So tell me a bit about the equaliser and then the penalty shootout as well.
Well, the equaliser was it was well deserved, I would say. Not only by me, but the players, everyone on the squad. They all give it 101%, even when you're down 1 goal. With any team, it can be heads dropped. But for us, it was like a wake-up call, basically, saying, come on, we need to get started, And then obviously that ball got crossed in the box. And I did score. And the lads obviously went mental, went crazy. So obviously got a 1-1. And then, yeah, every single player on the pitch put 101% in to even keep that draw. We could have went even 2-1 up, 3-1 up, but it is what it is. And then towards the end for the penalty shootout, it was nerve-wracking with the players who missed, but obviously it hasn't knocked the confidence because the positive players, great lads. But it is what it is. That just shows that you don't need to put your head down straight away as soon as you've missed your pen. To keep it raised and then obviously get prepared for the next penalty shootout. But yeah,
Yeah, that's all right. So, had you practiced penalties beforehand? Did you have experience taking penalties before as well?
Yeah, I used to be a penalty taker for Gateshead juniors as well as a free kick taker. So I've always been positive in front of goal from the penalty spot. I've missed very few amounts of penalties. I think I'm quite composed with them. I'm quite relaxed. And then obviously with the fans knowing I'm from Gateshead first team, I was getting a bit of stick from them as well. The torches in the back and everything, but you just got to stay composed, stay relaxed, put it in the back of the net. And
you do indeed, yeah. And obviously this weekend you made your first team debut in the FA Cup against Bradford Park Avenue. So when Michael busted out, I think it would have been busted, of course, because Mike was playing by this point. So when he says, "Oh, Connor, get yourself, you're going on," like what's that feeling like?
It was like, I can't explain it. It was like adrenaline, just adrenaline rush. As soon as he said, "Pani, get yourself ready," I was like, brain focused. Got my boots on, got everything sorted, socks on. Just my head was focused on the game. I was like, whoever's coming off, has deserved the full game. However, I need to make sure I keep that level up. Because obviously anything can happen, even 15 minutes towards the end of the game, anything can happen. But I think I stayed composed. I think, relaxing the ball. But there's always areas to work on, I think. Looking through the game, I made a couple of decent passes. I think a couple more movements were needed by me personally. But yeah, it's always something I can improve on.
You certainly got a rousing reception from the crowd as well, knowing that you're an academy graduate. Certainly when I was up in the stand, I heard you getting a lot of applause when you came on. So did you hear that from down on the touchline as you went onto the pitch?
I did. That was another confidence boost. Just hearing the fans shout my name. I wasn't expecting it at all. So obviously when that came through, I put a smile on my face, a massive, massive smile. And it just shows that obviously I'm welcomed in even by the fans, not just the player and coaches.
And so looking ahead to the rest of the season, of course, admittedly you're only young and you're still learning, but are you hoping for more appearances in the first team, or are you focused on in the youth team still as well? So where's your head at? Are you looking to do as much as you can, basically?
Yeah, put 101% for everything. Not just the youth cup, but mainly the first team. Because that's been my aim ever since I've joined Gateshead College, let's say. So yeah, it's always been something I've aimed towards. So I want to keep pushing and making sure that I actually can find myself in the starting lineup, not just on the bench. But even with the youth cup, starting player, being told. However, I do want to keep my mind set on Gateshead first team and work towards the starting 11.
Yeah. And finally, just to sort of wrap things up, obviously Gateshead are doing well this season. You've had a very good start, the first team that is. And so within the dressing room, what is the aim, do you think? How far do you think this team can go? Can it be promotion or challenging for the top 5, whatever?
Personally, with how the team is, each and everyone's got amazing quality on the pitch. And we've had this conversation and we've all said pushing for top 3, but I would say top 2 with the team we've got. Definitely for promotion, 100%. But yeah, it's all down to all of us now, just making sure we get that. But yeah, we're 100% capable of doing it.
Very good. Thank you very much, Connor. I appreciate that. That does wrap the interview up. So thank you all very much for watching, and how are the heed?